will get ready to go on offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2nd down and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a 1st down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Pats will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Oh, a terrific play there by Harrison Smith. And one thing you always get comfortable with going into a game, his smarts and his ability to be around the ball. He tied his career high with 5 interceptions last year. Another one goes to his total.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Watson off play action. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Watson on first down. This to the outside for Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action, Tannehill. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it? Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go. 20!
On 1st down, Tannehill. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker. On 1st down, Carson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Second down and 7. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Oftentimes we play as an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw, Watson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Play action. It's Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Go. Go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Keep it on.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
He's checking.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Shaquille Barrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Tannehill. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 31, Tannehill. He completes it to Evans. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish